Hello, it's Johnny Campbell here, the Transition Man. I'm a new media strategist, and we are just one day away from the 2011 mayoral election. Today's date is February 21st of 2011. And over this last period of time here, I've started to review all of the polling results for the 6 mayoral candidates. And what I noticed was a connection between Facebook and their polling results. And because of this connection between Facebook and their polling results, I began to notice that there were some things that are shaping and affecting the mayoral outcome. So in this video, what I want to do is show you how a Facebook fan page can help influence polling results, but also how a Facebook fan page can help improve those results in a more successful way in the future. Here are the 6 mayoral candidates on the left-hand side of our page here. The next column over is poll percent numbers, which we gathered from the Chicago mayoral election scoreboard. Our next column over, we have the Facebook fan page likes, which is the number of people that like a fan page. And then we have over in the green column there, we have the cash raised by each of the mayoral candidates. Now looking at the polling percent numbers, here's where I started to notice a direct connection between their polling percent and their Facebook fan page likes. As you can see here in the polling percent, you see the percentage of each of the candidates. But if you look over to the next column, which is the Facebook fan page likes, you notice that the number of people who like their page or who like them in the descending order correlates to the percent of their electoral numbers. So what I saw there is that a Facebook fan page and the people on it are influencing those polling numbers. All right, now if we move over to the cash raised and we look at Miguel de Valle, we can see how much money that he actually raised. But what was interesting was that Carol Moseley Braun raised more money than he did. However, his polling numbers are higher. But if we look also at the Facebook fan page likes, we see that he had more people who liked his page than she had people liking her page. So there's a definite correlation between the fan page and the percent in the polling numbers. Now also, if you look at the bottom down at Patricia Van Pelt Watkins, she raised over $500,000. However, her polling numbers are only 1%. But if you look, she has the least amount of fans on her Facebook fan page. So what we noticed here is that fan pages are definitely influencing the polling percent outcomes at this point. So let's go ahead here and take a look at Rahm Emanuel's Facebook fan page here. The first thing we notice here is that, as you can see over to the left side here, we've got 58,943 people who like this page. But although Rahm is ahead, there's a lot of issues on his page that could help him improve his results here. First thing is his photograph on the left-hand side there. There's really no call to action after someone lands on the page here. On the issue tab is a very good page. It's very colorful. It's very insightful, but yet there are things still missing from here. We could have a video on this page here. We could have more call to actions on here where people could actually post a question if they wanted to. Right now it takes us over to his actual page, but he could have kept them in the Facebook fan page world and kept them more engaged and have them dealing with more conversations about those issues. Now let's go over to the email sign up. This was a great opportunity that was really kind of missed because of how basic this particular page looks. Sign up and receive breaking news and updates on Rahm for Chicago for Rahm.com. There's an opportunity here to really build a database of individuals here. Now, the last thing that I noticed here is that he had a great, huge opportunity to promote his events. Now, he only is showing 2 events here, but he has over 58,000 people who like his page. If he would have, and the dates on these were November the 6th and November the 4th. And those are the only events that he's showing as events in his Facebook account. But this was a great opportunity for him to have an event. And if he would have posted an event here, everyone, all over 58,000 would have been notified when he had that event. And he would have improved his engagement and his attendance at his events just by posting events on his Facebook fan page. Here's the opportunity. Last thing about Rahm Emanuel, last thing is the store. And here's where a great opportunity could have been achieved at, but kind of fell short. When people went to his sign up page to sign up, he could have offered them as a gift for signing up. By signing up, you will also receive a t-shirt, a button, a coffee mug, a bumper sticker, your choice. He could have made those things available, and he could have given each individual one of those items as a incentive for their commitment toward the mayoral race. Okay, I want to take a quick look here at Gary Chico's Facebook fan page as well. He's got his numbers on here of 4,882 people that like his page, but there were so many opportunities for him to make this a better page to engage his fans, the people who support him, more effectively here. The first thing that I notice on here is that he's got a tab called FBML. When they developed this, that is called Facebook Markup Language. Someone who did this for him did not even change the tab title, because this is his about page. So I saw that already as a thing that may have been hurting him as well. Let's move over on the tab to En Espanol. When I go over to the En Espanol, I expect to see actually something written in Spanish. What I see here is an actual donation. So it's fine that he wants donations, but at least should have them tabbed correctly in order for people to know what to do. And then the last thing here is, if you look across the tabs at the top, wall info, FBML, quotes on Gary Espanol, and photos, if you notice, there is no tab for a person to submit their name and email address to him so that they can get on his mailing list. So those are things that I think really hurt him in his mayoral push. Here we are on Miguel de Valle's Facebook fan page. Currently, he has 4,090 people that like his page, but what also is very interesting about his page is that I am not a fan of his page, and I ended up on his wall. Once again, I should have ended up on a specific page where he could have gathered my name and my information. Let's go over, if we tab over to the email sign up tab, this is where I should have actually ended up at, was here first. If I would have ended up here first, he could have gathered my name and my email address. But there's no offer on this page. In other words, to receive updates, information on my mayoral run, please provide your name and information. There's no real call to action there. Therefore, he's probably missed out on a lot of opportunities to gather people's names and information that could support his race. And this is actually give him great kudos for this right here, because he actually has a page here that has a video of himself from Facebook that is interactive on his fan page. So I give him credit for that. However, this potentially should have been the best page to send people when they first arrive, as well as he could have had an opt-in box on this page, which is a place to gather people's names and email, which he has on a separate page right now. All right, now we're on Carol Moseley Braun's page here. First thing on there, we noticed that she has 1,632 people who like her page here at this particular time. Let's go back up a little bit higher up here. If you notice across the top, she's got Carol Moseley Braun, but there's no mayoral keywords that should be in the title actually of her page. Now, if we look at photos here, photos are an interesting thing, because photos are to encapsulate you as the candidate and what makes you special and what makes you unique. And as we look through her photos here, I see this one horrifying photo here that's very scary to me, that it's Oprah admits she is gay and bald-headed. Now, I don't know, and I'm not saying that's true, but I wouldn't have this particular photo on my actual Facebook fan page, the page I'm using to win a mayoral election. I give her a lot of credit for her tab on events, because what she's done, which is really smart, is she's created an event to invite people, and her 1,600 people are now being notified that there is an event that's going to be taking place on February 22nd at 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Should she have had more events? Absolutely, because if she had more events, she would have kept more people engaged, and she would have kept more people involved in her candidacy. Okay, now here we are on William Doc Wall's mayoral candidate Facebook fan page. If you can notice here, he has 896 people that like his page. But one of the first things that I noticed on his page that really is incorrect is punch 11. Now, punch 11 does represent a particular meaning. However, his face, his photo should be there because that's who we're really voting for. Another thing on here that we're going to look at is the welcome tab on his really quick. All this text here, I don't know what all this text is, but it's too small and the reader can't read it and it's collapsed too close together. This technically should have been the page where people arrived at on his Facebook fan page where he educated those individuals. But there was the opportunity that was missed there. Now we're over here on Patricia Van Pelt Watkins' actual page here, but one of the things that I noticed even in the title of her Facebook fan page is she has Citizens For. She really should have just started with her name and ran it across for Chicago mayoral. She has 207 people that like her page. Well, there are a lot of reasons why her numbers are so low as far as people that like her page, and it has everything to do with how you engage those constituents who you want to win over. And a couple of things that we noticed on her page here under photos is that there aren't that many photos. When we go under discussion, there is no discussion that's going on there. So we go under extended information, but this right here is, how do you know what this is? This should be actually issues, because these are the issues that she wants to address. This is her platform. Here are two things that they could have done inside of Facebook. In other words, a Facebook application to better engage their fans and their constituents. First one is they could have run contests inside of their Facebook fan page, which would have created more excitement and buzz. They could have also, number two, used a survey to better engage their constituents. With the survey, they could have found out what the individuals' worries, their fears were, and they could have used that information to better put their candidacy together to create more engagement and to create more buzz about their candidacy. Facebook has a huge opportunity for all of us here. There's over 600 million people currently on Facebook, and after careful study, we come to identify some real interesting numbers. Number one, in the city of Chicago, there are almost 10 million people. Of that 10 million people, almost 6 million of those individuals are currently on Facebook right now. That means 59% of all Chicagoans are currently on Facebook right now. That's a huge bulk of people. Looking at all 6 mayoral candidates and their utilization of Facebook and the acquisition of fans, they only had as a combined 70,618 individuals, which turns out to be only 12% of that 59% that's available for them if they would have effectively used Facebook to create more buzz and more opportunity about their candidacy. To sum it up, the 6 mayoral candidates failed to use Facebook to its full potential to really grow their candidacy and increase their opportunities to win this election. And as I promised at the beginning of this video, I'm going to give you the prediction and the results of the mayoral candidates. Before it comes out, I'm going to tell you who's going to win, and I'm going to tell you the actual order in which these individuals are going to come in the election. The ballot, please. Number 1. Rahm Emanuel's going to win the mayoral candidacy, and there will not be a runoff. Gary DeCicco will come in second. Miguel de Valle will be third. Carol Moseley Braun will be fourth. William Doc Walz will be fifth. And Patricia Van Pelt Watkins will be sixth in the candidacy for mayor. So what I've done here is given you my prediction for tomorrow, and we'll see if I'm right. Once again, I'm providing this to you as a way to see how a fan page can really engage the candidates and it can engage their constituents. But I also want to share with you that it doesn't matter whether you're selling yourself, a product, a service, or even an idea. A Facebook fan page can make a big difference. And what you really need to do is take time to look at how you can customize your Facebook fan page. And one of the things that we're doing is customizing Facebook fan pages for all types of business owners and professionals around the country. So what I'd like for you to do now is to click on the link below and go over and check out our Facebook fan pages so you can learn more about us. My name is Johnny Campbell. I am the Transition Man, and I look forward to seeing you in the near future, and I wish you all the best in your business success.